Hey there, everybody. This is your monkey boy and also Chris. Hi, Chris.
Fuck you, Ray.
Fuck you, Ray. Hi, Tony. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, my gooses. Oh, my gooses. You know...
Ray, come here and answer for what you have done.
He will not. He shall not. And if you don't know what we're talking about, if you don't know why, this week's movie was picked by Rainus Dude, and the movie this week is Human Centipede, the first sequence.
100% medically accurate.
Not 100%, but
it says it on the poster.
It's close. It is close. Hello, Audrey. What up, Eric? Gross.
Yeah.
Honestly, there were a few questions medically I had about that movie, but we'll talk about that after the synopsis, because I don't want to, ruin the synopsis for anybody. If you have never seen The Human Centipede, you get to hear about it right now. And
before we get into it, Brian, how was your week?
My week was very cool and interesting, and played a show in Lafayette, Louisiana at the Lafayette Freetown Boom Room, and that was a great show. Played with some great bands and had a great time. It wasn't the most busy show in the world, but it wasn't slow, and everybody seemed to really love it. So it was a really good time there. And then we went to Houston and we played the Battle for Wacken, and we lost. We did not win, but to be honest, it was very much worth the trip. No, I don't care if we won or not. I didn't really ever care if we won. It got us it got us a lot of good contacts and a lot of it was a good networking opportunity for us, because last time we were going across the country, we had a hard time getting into Texas. It seemed to be a very kind of closed thing, and now some doors have opened.
Right.
Which is really cool, and that's a great thing.
Very cool.
How was yours?
I turned 40 today.
Happy birthday, Chris! I didn't know it was your birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is what 40 looks like.
It looks very sexy, sir. I gotta tell you, on you're wearing it well. 40 now. That's years old.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't think you could ever turn 40.
I didn't think I'd make it this far, honestly.
Oh, I knew you would. I mean, you're in better shape than I am, sir. And I made it to 50. Oh, buddy.
And who would have thunk that? Thank you, Audrey.
That's very cool.
All right. So
yeah, it's I guess we should probably move on with this, but
hold on to your barf bags.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Audrey. And, oh. All right.
All right.
Here it is, Ronnie.
Hold on, you barf bags. It is the human centipede.
I don't know if you can do that.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it too. What the hell?
I'll allow it. All right. Lindsay and Jenny are tourists from New York, and they're visiting Germany. And they were on their way to a party, and they get a flat tire. After some wandering around in the woods, they see a house with a light on. And then it starts to rain really bad. So they're like, hey, let's go to this isolated house. They knock on the door, and creepy German guy answers. That is a misanthropic, psychopathic surgeon, Dr. Joseph Peter.
Played by Dietrich Laser.
Which is the most German name ever.
Dietrich Laser.
So he drugs the women with water spiked with roofies and kidnaps them to a makeshift medical ward in his basement. Heater also had earlier kidnapped a truck driver, but after the kidnapping of the two women, he informs the truck driver that he is not a match. And he kills and buries said truck driver. Heater then abducts a Japanese tourist named Katsuro.
Katsuro. And Dietrich Laser.
Dieter Laser. And so Heater is a retired, world-renowned expert at separating conjoined twins.
Yeah, they were conjoined.
But dreams of making new creatures by sewing humans together. He says he will surgically connect his three victims, mouth to anus, so they all share a single digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
His prior experiment, the three dog. Really? Three dog?
Three dog.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he was listening to a lot of Three Dog Night at the time. You don't know.
Could be. Which was conjoined. He conjoined three Rottweilers into a Siamese triplet. All three dogs died following the operation, and he decided to move on to human trials.
Since that was successful, obviously, yes.
Yeah. That's how the medical establishment works, apparently, in the human centipede world.
Yes, or Nazi Germany.
Yeah. So Lindsay attempts to escape and fails. Heater decides to make her the middle part of the centipede like an asshole. The most painful position for the healing process as punishment. Heater performs the surgery, placing Katsuro at the lead, which is terrible because he's the only one that can speak and the only one that doesn't speak English.
Well, it's terrible for movie making, yes.
Yeah. Lindsay is in the middle and Jenny is at the rear. He removes both the upper and lower front teeth and lips of Lindsay and Jenny, mutilates the buttocks of Katsuro and Lindsay to provide access to the rectums. He severs the ligaments of his victims' knees to prevent leg extension, forcing his victims to crawl. Once the operation is complete, Heater takes the centipede to his living room, takes photos, and passes a mirror around for the segments of the centipede to view their new form. Heater then attempts to train his centipede as a pet by caging it in a dog kennel, forcing Katsuro to eat dog food at dinner and belittling Katsuro with racist insults and beating him with a writer's crop when he becomes rebellious.
As you have to, really.
Right. It's so depressing and when Katsuro defecates after apologizing to the girls, Lindsay's forced to swallow his excrement. Heater becomes irritated after being kept awake by the screaming of a caged Katsuro, who at the front part of the centipede has his mouth free and is still able to speak, but only in Japanese. And by the constant moaning of the women threatening to remove their vocal cords. When the centipede attempts to escape while Heater is swimming, all three segments are beating with the writer's crop. Heater is displeased with the realization that Lindsay is constipated. He proposes to use laxatives on Lindsay, but before he can do this, he discovers that Jenny is dying from sepsis. Two detectives named Krantz and Voller visit the house to investigate the disappearance of the three tourists, saying that a neighbor had heard the screams of an American woman. Heater comes up with an idea to add them as replacements for Jenny as in a new creation, a 4-segment centipede. He offers detectives water spiked with roofies. After being given the drugged water, the detectives become suspicious and say they're going to obtain a search warrant for his home. When the detectives leave Heater's home, the victims attempt to escape. Katsuro attacks Heater with a scalpel. Their attempt to escape fails. Katsuro confesses to Heater that he deserves this fate because he treated his family poorly, and then takes his own life by slitting his throat with a glass shard, trapping the girls. Upon returning to Heater's home, the detectives conduct separate searches as Heater, injured, hides near a swimming pool. Krantz finds the ward along with Heater's victims. Voller begins to feel ill from the earlier drugging, and Heater stabs him with the scalpel pulled from his foot during Katsuro's attack.
Yeah, Katsuro did a lot of foot attacks, by the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was on his hands and knees. He couldn't stand up.
True.
Upon finding Voller dead, Krantz is shot by Heater with Voller's sidearm. Krantz responds by fatally shooting Heater in the head before succumbing to his wounds. Back in the house, Jenny and Lindsay hold hands as Jenny dies. Lindsay cries as she is left alone in the house, trapped between her deceased fellow captives, and fuck my life, that is the human centipede.
That is the human centipede. Great job, Chris. So happy it's your birthday and you had to do the human centipede. First off, I want to say
Ray.
Hi to Jennifer. Boys and girls, have you seen the human centipede? If you're in here, have you seen human centipede? Let us know what you thought of it. I'm going to let you know right now. I thought it was boring as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it was boring as hell. Literally, I saw it years ago, and literally watching it again, I was nonplussed. But it's not a very shocking movie, to be honest with you. Even it just seems like some pervert with a poop fetish, goes mad. You know what I mean? And that's fine. I mean, I guess so. I thought there was some I love the fact that the beginning with the two girls was basically the beginning of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
driving through the woods. They're lost. They don't know where they are, and then they get a flat tire, and then it's about to rain, and then it starts to rain. And that's great. I also loved the German guy in the car who pulls up next to them, who says, "Oh, I've seen you girls in a video, another, kind of thing." That was good. Yes, it is Chris's birthday.
Yes, it is.
It is Chris's birthday, and once again, happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you.
That's a good thing because he is today 40 years old, huh?
Yeah.
I can't believe it, man. It
I
seems
am
like
an-
just the
I
other
am
day.
an adult.
Seems like only yesterday you were 39. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know.
I know exactly what you mean.
All right. Oh, buddy.
Hey, that's that guy.
Yeah. So that's that guy. So
You
yeah,
know, I hated this movie. If you're gonna gross out the audience, if you're going to have like over the top violence, make it funny or entertaining. B, make it mean something. Like the Romero zombie movies are over the top, gory, and discusses, especially at the time, how realistic the special effects were. But Romero always did it was tongue in cheek and funny and said something with his movies. Same thing with, the other gross movies like Hostel. He's actually saying something with those movies.
I would definitely put this as a movie more akin to like Hostel than I would any of the Romero zombie movies. But for a gross factor, I mean, there's been much grosser, way better.
Right. It's not a movie that needs to be consumed by the public.
No, really, honestly, I don't think it's a movie that needs to be consumed at all. If you get my drift, are you getting my drift?
I get it.
Oh, somebody from the dude says tongue in cheek. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Because and cheek.
Yeah.
Now I had some problems with the medical accuracy of this.
No.
Yeah, I did. Whilst a human centipede would work technically from the gastrointestinal standpoint, that would totally work. The surgery, first off, was done wrong because there would be no blood supply to the tissue that was cut from the buttocks and attached to the face because it was attached backwards. It's true. That tissue would die, first off.
Well, also there would be no nutritional value to the second and third
even in
centipede segments because it's a waste product, sir.
It is a waste product. No, it is a waste product. But even in your waste products, there is a itty bitty amount of nutrition. They could live for a small period of time. Slightly more if they did than if they hadn't hadn't eaten anything. But I digress. Because you're right. They would never be able to survive more than, a little bit of time. Plus liquids.
Yeah.
Liquids.
Have to drink water.
Another thing. Plus, really, when you look at it, none of those are life-threatening fucking wounds. Their hands were free and exposed. Easily, they could have just went like this and be out of the whole thing.
Yes.
South Park did do it better, I thought. Yeah.
South Park did it way better.
And it was way more entertaining with South Park. This is just such a slow ass movie. And I mean, now, granted, Dieter Laser is a very interesting guy to look at.
Yeah.
Not a great actor. But he's an interesting guy to look at because everything he does is so overblown.
Well, German.
Yes, German. So, he's interesting to watch. That's about it.
The Germans are not known for their subtlety.
And, I will say this. I think the girl on the end, the back, had it better off than the one in the middle, obviously. Because at least it was her friend's butthole. You know what I mean? Not some weird Asian butthole, you know what I mean? It was her friend's butthole. Like Chris. I know it's your birthday and all, but if you had to be sewn, your lips had to be sewn to a butthole, would you rather it be, say, the butthole of a friend that you know very well? Or, like, say, some weird guy you met at a truck stop? Now, granted, neither is probably preferable.
Neither is the preference.
But if you had to,
I would rather not. Would you rather that situation?
All right, you don't have to, but I'm just saying. Right. Aaron Amoroso, whoever this person is, friendly butthole 100%. I agree. I just think, it's the butthole, you know what I mean?
I'm mad at the conversations that this movie sparks.
It's a great conversation. I think it has to be had. But anyway,
I've never seen a movie that would spark the conversation. Which butthole would you rather have your mouth sewn to?
Well, and now you did. And you know what? You're 40 now, Chris. You have to have these conversations. Everybody does at 40. I had this conversation at 40. You know, it's a rite of passage. So at the end of the day, I give Human Centipede my lowest mark. I have not given this out since the menu. But I give it 2 middle fingers up. Right up the butthole. As it would be. I only say that because of the Human Centipede thing, not because I'm
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it like
I'm just giving it 1 because I don't think it warrants even lifting my hand to do the second one.
No, I thought, like the videography was all right. The I can't.
It was a competently made film.
Competently made. I liked the indoor pool and the whole entire house. I thought the house was good. If it goes on the market, I'd probably buy it. That's what I think. But let's see what this guy thinks. Choose with your friends. Apparently that guy doesn't think anything. Share this with your friends. Share it. Hit the share button. Do it now. That didn't seem to go well.
Do it now.
All right. Well, anyway, click the share button. Hit the share button. Click it. Do it now.
Tap it. Click it.
Yeah. Do whatever you can. Do whatever you can to share on the share button. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. All right. We look like we There you are.
You
I
froze
lost you
me.
for a second.
I lost you.
Yeah. But I found you again. I
We're all
found you
good.
again, baby boy.
We are all good. I guess it's
That's weird.
yeah.
Why am I connected to Ethernet? That's weird. Because I'm not. I should be on Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Whatever, man. Hold on. Let me see. Connect.
I'm interested in what the theme of today's You okay, man?
I'm okay. You've been freezing up on me. There, you're
Oh.
frozen up now. Maybe not.
You froze up on me.
I don't know if it's you or me.
Oh.
I did? Oh, I see you.
Hey, Chad,
This is what's going on. I can't, things are not going right here.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, who's freezing up?
Invasion of China.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Who's freezing up, and we can maybe.
Yeah, it's Brian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you in the StreamYard thing?
I am.
I talked to those people for a minute. I'm going to reset this.
Okay.
You should be.
Okay. So let's talk about the human centipede, going a little deeper. It's gross. It's super gross. It's dumb. It's gross. We don't need it. I know there's two more, and it's just not necessary. If you're like I said, if you're going to do major gross outs, just make it mean something.
Hey,
are you good?
I think so. Can you see me?
I can see you.
All right, I think it's better. Such a frigid conversation with all this freezing up. Yes, you're right, Jason. How are you, sir? Good to see
Tony.
you.
Yes, Tony, I got your pick.
Remember, kids, pick tonight either Chris or myself, Monkey Boy, to win this game, and you might get the chance to pick next week's movie. Rudy, it was not surgically correct. It just wasn't.
It was not. Just because it says it on the poster doesn't make it true.
It does say so on the poster, though, but it wasn't. It was anatomically correct, maybe, but not surgically correct. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do our next little segment here, while we can, before we start freezing up again. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome to From the Slab, and welcome to your top 5 for the night of Chris's 40th birthday. The dude is picking Chris.
It's got to be Ray.
It's got to be Ray. Happy birthday, Chris. I will always pick you. Delilah plays the dead girl. Tonight's top 5 is my top 5 medical horror movies. Now, I could have went with Mad Scientists on this one. I could have done even gross horror movies, torture porn movies. I went with just medical horror movies. And
thank you, Rudy.
Rudy says happy birthday to you, and it is your birthday.
Thank you, Rudy.
Chat, I think we will all sing along at home by the end of this. We'll sing him happy birthday. So top 5 medical horror movies. Number 5 on my list, Dr. Giggles.
All
Dr.
right.
Giggles was a lesser known horror movie from the late 80s. It starred, I don't remember his name, and it doesn't really matter, as a escaped mental patient who poses as a doctor, and all he does is, it was pretty creepy. All right, number 4, the movie Coma. One of my, growing up, it was a pretty good movie. Growing up, about basically an outbreak of people going into comas, and it was just a really good movie, I thought. Number 3, Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
Had to be on the list. It is one of my favorite movies of all times. Not all of them. Yeah, Coma was a classic. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Not all of the Frankenstein remakes were good, but the original Frankenstein was good. A lot of them were okay. Number 2, Reanimator.
Yeah.
Reanimator is one of those movies that it has a place in my heart.
It's a place in everybody's heart.
Kind of a gross out movie too, really, when you think about it. But
it was a comedy.
It was a comedy. It was. Number 1, Rabid. Rabid was my number 1 medical horror movie. Now, I know that there were so many out there. You could probably come up with some if you're.
I would have put Flatliners on that list.
Flatliners almost made my list, but I didn't like it as much as I liked Rabid. I didn't like it as much as I liked Dr. Giggles. It was almost in the Dr. Giggles spot. Yeah, Anthony, Tusk could have been, for sure. Outbreak could have been there.
Well, I mean, if you're going Tusk, you could go Island of Dr. Moreau as well.
Island of Dr. Moreau certainly could have been on there. Yeah, there's plenty that could have made it, but did not. I would even say that 28 Days Later can be considered a medical horror movie because it starts off all of it starts off in a lab. The American healthcare system. Jason Linthicum, you win a prize.
He wins the internet for today.
I don't know what the prize is, but you're good. You win it. So because you're right, the American healthcare system is a medical horror movie, and that is true. That is true. So yeah, that's great. So if you have not picked either myself or Chris in the chat, just put Monkey Boy or Chris or whatever right there in the chat. Or Brian, you can put in there too. It's a lot easier than spelling Monkey Boy, I guess, as long as you spell it right. You can put that in the chat. But if you haven't, make your pick. Now, tonight's Quizmaster Jason is not here tonight due to an overwhelming shortage of people in the world who have Jasons in their lives. So, and as you see, we have a Jason right here who's picking me. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, Jason can't be here tonight. So tonight, Chris will be asking me questions, whatever it may be, and I will be answering them. If I get more right than he gets wrong.
No. If you get more than half right, then you win.
If I get more than half right, I win. If I get less than half right, Chris wins. If Chris wins, you're going to go on the wheel of names whoever picked Chris today, and you will, whoever wins on the wheel of names gets to pick next week's movie, which we have to watch. And if I win, same thing. But it is Chris's birthday, and because it's Chris's birthday,
we're doing a classic.
We're going to do an old school classic. Welcome to the shit house, boys and girls.
Okay, so the way this game works is I have a list of horror movies here, and I have a portion of, and these are not bad horror movies. These are all good movies, but these are portions of 1-star reviews left for these movies. And by the 1-star review, Brian needs to guess what the movie is.
Gotcha.
Are you ready? There is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There's 20 of these. So you need 11 to win.
11 to win. Okay. Let's do this.
And some of these are real simple, some of them are not. So
I'm sure. I don't remember how I did on the last time we did the shit house because it was a long time ago.
Yeah. All right. There are merely scenes of screams and the terribly unhorrific laughter of this strongly wrinkled cowboy mad guy with knives attached to his fingers.
That would be A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yes. What the hell is a cat doing on a space mission?
Alien.
I lost 2 hours of my life listening to a boy screaming and a woman losing her mind. She actually has a monster as a pet and she is feeding it worms. Seriously, the boy is very annoying for the whole movie and the woman insane.
Feeding it worms. Monster is a pet feeding it worms. Let's not forget the annoying boy. When originally I was thinking the annoying boy, I thought of the most annoying boy in cinema, but it doesn't make sense with the other one. So, I don't know. I'll go with that one because that's all I can think of. Cujo.
Babadook.
The Babadook. The Babadook. All right. But I got to tell you, that kid in Cujo was way more annoying.
Oh, yeah. He should have died like the book.
Yes.
Spoiler. Ready? P.S. P.S. By the way, to get a hint about the intelligence of the protagonists, they can't distinguish a raven from a blackbird.
Okay. The Stand?
The Birds.
The Birds? Well, okay. Makes sense.
The big red button that releases every monster. Why would you invent this button? In what possible scenario would you need this button? The mere existence of this button was the best plot twist in the movie.
That was Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what makes this game kind of hard? It's that these are good movies.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what makes
these
this
are
game
bad reviews of good movies.
Bad reviews of good movies. So yeah, okay, good.
This is a gimme, but it's such a great sentence. Not that any amount of editing would have brought this decaying carcass to life, but the movie would have been better served missing the entire prologue where we were treated to Max von Sydow ambling along dusty passageways while looking horrified at finding some cheap bauble from a Christmas cracker.
I'm sorry. That's The Exorcist, but that was funny. That's The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh my God, how is this film worshipped and loved by so many people is a sign that our futures will horribly fail. The whole movie is sex talk, sex talk, kill, sex talk, sex, kill, sex talk, kill, sex talk, sex, kill. And how such fit and healthy teenagers can't fight or run from a middle-aged woman is just unrealistic, no matter her weapon.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
The girl stabs the serial killer, drops the knife next to him, and decides to take a nap beside him. Could it get any dumber? I don't think so.
That threw me off. Not Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween?
Yeah.
I don't remember the napping part. But I guess you're right.
I think it was more passing out.
Yeah, I think it was more passing out too. All right.
And that mother in the film, by the way, annoying and trying to pretend she could sing. She didn't even have a good speaking voice. When she comes down the stairs in the beginning of the film, I thought she was the boy for a minute in those kid pajamas. That's fucking harsh.
It's fucking harsh. Child's Play?
Insidious. Don't waste your time unless you want to see a farce with a fake rubber fish with foam skin. No plot, totally predictable.
Jaws.
If you don't know Donner's classic, this might be entertaining. If you do, this is annoying beyond belief, one of the worst remakes in movies history.
Okay, Donner's classic that was remade. You got me on this one. I don't know.
The Omen.
The Omen. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually link up Donner with The Omen right away. I was thinking, what, Gremlins and, like not Gremlins, but like, actually, the only thing I could really think of was Superman. It was just going over and over my head.
Wow, Superman's what comes to mind when you say Richard Donner?
Yeah, weird.
Not Goonies?
Goonies, yeah.
Yeah. Not Lethal Weapon?
No.
It goes right to weird.
Superman. That was the first Richard Donner film I ever saw.
Okay. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. You're only 40. Today it's his birthday. Happy birthday to Chris. Go ahead.
We're more than halfway. I mean, a tiny lady with a helium voice and an ugly-looking clown doll? Come on. The story isn't even trustworthy, and nothing scary happens at all.
Poltergeist.
I mean,
Poltergeist. One of the
I don't
scariest
know
movies.
what movie they were watching.
That was a scary damn movie. It still scares me today.
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
All the blood is white because they only had two colors to choose from. Everyone looks like they are wearing the same clothes because the whole thing is in black and white. It's just impossible to take seriously. I don't know why anyone would want to watch a movie that's set ages ago in the land of old people, back when people were dumb.
Is that it? Is that it?
That's it.
So I know it was black and white. Takes place in the land of old people.
That's
Are
real.
we talking about Night of the Living Dead?
No, Psycho.
Psycho. The blood was white?
It wasn't, but that's. I love that. I don't know why anyone would watch a movie that's set ages ago in the land of old people, back when people were dumb. I love that.
Oh dear. Jesus.
All right. The horse is going nuts. Scary. The girl is mentally disturbed and was weirdo freak parents. She has long hair over her face and looks like a freak.
The Ring.
Yeah.
The Ring.
Yeah. That was the easy one. She is a jerk for a husband. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Her neighbor is weird. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. She gets raped by the devil. Cool concept. Maybe it'll get good now. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, come on. So the lights go out in your apartment and you walk around the corner and find a puppet sitting on your sofa laughing and you beat it with a baseball bat? Ha! The monkeys in The Wizard of Oz were 150 times scarier.
Child's Play?
Saw.
Should have saw that coming. All right, sorry.
This guy falls over at the drop of a hat. Instead of being totally indestructible, he's just plain clumsy. And why on earth was he dressed up in disguise while at the grocery store in broad daylight?
No idea.
Scream. Falls over at the drop of a hat. Falls down a lot.
He does fall down a lot. All of them fall down a lot.
Yeah. The kid talking to his finger is another idiotic and unintentionally hilarious bit of business that was not in the original novel. Why Kubrick thought this was a good idea is beyond me.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Torrance. That is The Shining.
I mean, I agree with it's an accurate review of the movie.
Stephen King actually wrote that review, so that's what I'm saying.
And on another note, this true story, it was based on the life of Ed Gein. In short, it involved no chainsaws, no teenagers, and didn't even happen in Texas. Gein shot 2 women and dug up bodies, doing cannibalism and wore people's flesh. The movie is completely bogus in every way. None of it but The Mask is true.
Well, that you said it in there. It was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to defend it. I don't have to defend the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't have to.
No. I swore when I saw it back at its release that if John Carpenter had been in the lobby of the theater, I would have punched him for making me feel so thoroughly disgusted.
Oh, that could be anything.
Right? It's not game points, so take a shot.
John Carpenter. It's not The Thing, is it?
Yeah.
No way, that's like the best movie fucking ever made. Did I win?
You won.
I'm the winner. Holy moly. I won. Oh, yeah, man, I won. Chris, it's your birthday, but I won, bitch. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Winner, bitches. Winner. All right. So, I do win, and it is Chris's birthday.
It is.
So, let's pull up the wheel of names and see tonight's thing. I'm a jigger. Add image. Upload image. Let's do. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so who do we have here tonight?
Audrey, Tony, and Jason.
Audrey, Tony, Jason. And by the way, Jason is a friend of mine from when I used to go back in high school. Like way back then. I haven't seen him or spoken to him very much since then. Yes, you are on the wheel. Let me go ahead and share the wheel so you guys don't think that I'm just, cheating. All right, you see the wheel? You ready? Here we go.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Here I am. All right. Are you ready?
Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
Right. It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. Who could this be? Who could this be? Oh, Jason is the winner of tonight's game. Good going, Jason. So, Jason, you get to pick next week's movie. The only two rules that there are is it has to be a horror movie or horror adjacent. And if we've done it before, we're going to ask you to pick a different one. And that's it. So all you got to do is put the name of a horror movie you want us to check out and do next week. And we will do it. You have to watch it, whatever it is. What's that?
Punish him.
What do you mean punish me? I've had to do Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I've had to do Poultry Guys. I had to do Uncle Peckerhead. Haven't I been enough?
Yeah, but I had to do Human Centipede and Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, you did. Invasion of the Body's Atchers. I don't know what that is, but you don't get to pick. Jason Linthicum does.
If he's still there.
If he's still there, he was just here. He said, oops. Audrey is suggesting some Annabelle Comes Home, which is that like a sequel to Annabelle?
Yeah. I think it might be the prequel.
Could be the prequel. All right. Emily Rose.
Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Rose. Okay, that's what we're doing.
All right.
Good going.
Good choice.
So, boys and girls in the chat, next week, tune in at 9 p.m. and we will be doing the exorcism of Emily Rose. So check the movie out. Be able to chat with us about it. That would be really, really cool.
So, Brian, what you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, I think I've got a birthday party for my grandson.
All right.
I think I spelled exorcism wrong. All right, there we go. Yeah, all right, fine. There we go. All right, so next week will be pick. I can't get Jason's pick off of there for some reason. What?
I got it.
That's weird. There we go. All right.
Your internet's not working so hot tonight, man.
My internet is not working very well tonight at all, and I'm going to have to call up my cable company and say, because I need. Yeah. This is bad. This is very bad. So anyway, good job, Jason. Chris, happy birthday, brother.
Thanks, man. Oh, am I by myself? So this weekend, I have jack and shit to do, except some low-key birthday celebrations. I'm
back. I'm back. Hey. Yeah. Woo. This is awesome. That's what I get for living in Ocala, Florida. They've got like one cable, which carries all the electricity, every telephone line, and my internet.
I'm sorry, man.
It might also do the sewer. I'm not sure.
It's the human centipede of utilities.
Yes, it is the human centipede of utilities. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we'd love to stick around, but the network tells us we have to be done at 10, and it is 10 o'clock. And I'm sorry for my internet connection. I will try to work this up. Yeah, I know I'm going to have to, Jay. It's like at the end of the day,
ain't pulling it anymore.
And I just changed the hamster last week. He should still be running on the wheel, but he's not. I did it. All right, boys and girls. Thank you so much from us from the slab. There you are.
Yep.
It's really good to see you all here. Thank you. Tell your friends. Come back here. We're here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Unless we're not here, then you'll be watching a replay, but still. And the wheel still turns. And the road leads to nowhere. All right. Love.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. We will miss you. Unless we don't, but we will.